high development, but because it's all HRE. Not so happy in further losing legitimacy, especially when my claim is only average. So for once I'm actually just going to take that stab hit on the chin. Being at 0 stability is no big deal. Then again, I'm not really spending my admin on anything, and there's no particular hurt to me there, so let's just... And there's no real reason to pay my units. They loot just as well as anyone else. And I'm just going to cycle through these guys for the 5 years to allow my aggressive expansion to cool off, so I may as well speed forward as well. Holland may peace out on their own, and that's fine. Damn you, Cologne, you really get in my way here. I guess Cologne would be a non-issue if I just had, if I didn't have that Liège core there. Okay, what is this? None of your friends want to join in except Magdeburg, but you are extremely powerful. They won't get involved. Oh, because they're already at war with me. But your issue is that you are besieged. Okay, so I can break up Nassau with Cologne. That takes out you. Saxony is underfoot, shall we say. They might not exist after too much longer. Attacker against Brandenburg in the Saxon reconquest. But they're having none of that. Okay, Cologne has just become a potential avenue, but that doesn't get rid of the question of what do I do with all this. Vassalizing you is again too much. 33. So much aggressive expansion. All I did was take one province and vassalize someone that attacked me. And the whole world thinks I'm pretty much Hitler. It's a hard life. Jake, aren't you allied to the Emperor? Heavens no. And I'm glad I'm not, because if I was, then I'd be getting dragged into all of these wars. The wars over Aragon, which have yet to conclude. My only hope is that Castile suddenly get a weighting towards forming Spain, and I'm not sure if they need Barcelona for that or not, but I hope they do, because if they do, that's, well, good news for me. It does mean that I'll get unlawful imperial territory, so vassalizing is the key wherever I can, but still, Why does nobody want to give me anything? Humiliation is not the answer here. I need land and I need it bad. Jake, they do need Barcelona. Okay, so that's my hope, is that Spain will, well, Castile will feel the need to form Spain, and they will turn on France for that. They support the independence of Naples, who is a wait, what? Supporting the independence of Naples, who is a subject of Aragon. Okay, that makes sense. And Aragon is trying to integrate them, which is intense. Man, you just can't tell what is going on in this crazy world. Okay, I think we've milked this province dry. Let's move on to Metz. Because I need to build up some good bank and reserve for when I can click my fingers and pull a whole load of mercenaries out of nowhere. It's also in my interest for Holland to get stronger, since they are, well, the only person that will be helping me out. Burgundy have dishonored their alliance with Saxe-Lumburg, and the Protestant Reformation is hit. Ideal solution is that France turns Protestant, Castile stays Catholic, and they hate each other for it, but can't really say. I'm going to stay Catholic because my national ideas give me +2 papal influence, which is +1 stability every 50 years. It's not too bad. I could also bump up my mercantilism. Then again, it is tempting to not go Catholic. I'll probably base it on who changes, because I need to tread very carefully here. In the interest of relaxing, of course, because this is just a relaxing little... Okay, who's your next rival going to be? Austria, England, and Litauen. Sure. Doubt that's going to come to any major blows, but if it did, I'm only happy for France to get kicked in. Not much left of Milan there. But the thing is, I need to keep some aggressive expansion in the bank for taking French Comté, which is going to be super expensive. Which is why this war is so frustrating. I'm really limited to anything I can tear out of these guys. Could release some nations out of them, but for what purpose? Truce with all these people has ended. I need to keep royal ties with France. Not again. Guess reputation really isn't everything. Catholicism means nothing, Jake. Remember shamanist Sweden, the great conqueror Vikings that they were. Okay, trouble going on with Oldenburg now. A whole bunch of wars going on. People are so aggressive on hard mode. Or maybe they're just aggressive all. Things are looking good on the Bavarian front. We'll let that tick up another notch, and then we'll still eye up Cologne, because how I would love to destroy Cologne, especially if I beat them to Tech 9. Which, would you look at that, I can beat them to Tech 9. I also have enough funds to pull a whole load of units out of my bum and crush them with it. I'm already at Force Limit, right? Well, not quite. Not quite. And with the 7,000 wonderful individuals I have by my side, well, I'd really have to beat them to it. Let's try this. Yeah, we're only going for a good offense here. Unify Islam as Nevers, Jake. Nah, you're quite alright on that front. Gotta get that better relations over time. It is imperative for this this relaxing run to be as relaxing as it deserves to be. Saxony will now get involved, so they've finished. Oh my, Saxony expanded there, if I'm not mistaken. Crazy world we live in. Well, if it were Saxony and Magdeburg getting involved, then I do not fancy my chances unless these guys have no units left. I mean, Holland would get involved. Holland, me, and Liège against all these bad boys to get that extra core for Cologne. Holland, you're not interested in land, are you? Oh, I can promise them that province. It strengthens them. What? Nevers recently broke a promise to give land. Ah, they remember Flanders. But that doesn't stop me from using the 10 favours that I got, and I can get those favours back if I give them Geldern. It is 17,000, and yes, that's a lot. But if I had Liège attached to me, and we ransacked the Cologne, but there's another problem. Cologne is chock full of fortification. It's not easy to move around in. He'd get back up from Saxony, and Magdeburg is pretty big. I don't want to pass up this opportunity, but similarly, this is not great. Magdeburg might get tired out in all this though, but I don't think they will. I mean, look at that. They're not facing the world there. I don't think I'll ever go out of my way for personal unions. It's just not a mechanic I like, so why go for it? Hesse entered an alliance with Nassau. Hardly a problem. It's Cologne that I'm interested in. I wonder how long that recently betrayed Malice hangs around for. Again, I don't think Magdeburg is going to be tired out anytime soon. It's tempting to get rid of that as well, but it can... Oh, well, hold on. Looks like we might just get some peasants rising up around here shortly. I really want to take this province, but nobody else wants me to have it. But if I let 1 year pass, then we're not going to be having anybody join in a coalition other than Burgundy and Lorraine. And they can do all they want, really. And Nassau, I'm just going to take their money and break their alliance with Cologne. And then I want to strike Cologne down. Keep that looting going. Okay, call for pizza is coming in. We're just going to have to chomp on it. Let's reduce that since dip is hardly an issue here. I should get ready to destroy you. Saxony and Magdeburg, what exactly can you pull into all of this? The armies of Magdeburg, reasonable. Saxony, not reasonable. Still though, Cologne have hit Tech 9, they all have. So is Holland, Liège has not. It rains but it sure pours. Okay. Excellent, Cologne are now at war. And it's a fairly big one, because it involves Bavaria. Unfortunately, Bavaria are below in their military technology, but still. This means only Saxony will help them out. This is too good an opportunity to pass up. I should strike now, really, and just forget about concluding this war in a hurry. I mean, I can conclude this war once this is done here. Why is Flanders getting involved? So many wars. So very many wars. Why not release nations also if possible, Jake? Costs dip, and for what real purpose? I mean, I may as well humiliate and take money. The others I would only be releasing out of Nassau, which I'm not terribly interested in. That looks good, but I'll save that for the end. Okay, I just really hope that Aachen does not defeat Cologne and take that. I want this. Also, they probably won't be signing any alliances anytime soon. They are Defender, but still. Okay. Turn of the year, we'll take this, and then we're going to go to war. It's go time. I would really like to marry you. Hold on, there used to be a nation here. Burgundy ain't taking prisoners. He probably wants that province that I took from him back as well. Military treaties. Strong emphasis on a strong aristocracy. Giving me that military power. I like it. This I'm not so fond of. Barrois probably wants to revolt any moment. I'm sure it won't chafe under my rule. Okay, turn of the year, we'll take it. We're going to go to war, says Jake, with call to peace. You can't worry about these things. Here we go, Barrois will be ours, nobody that matters will be offended, and you may as well take loads of money while we're at it, and I'm not scared of long truces. But before I do that, I should go to Nassau and say, you caused me a whole bunch of issues, would you mind coughing up war reparations? And are you still allied with Cologne? Well, not anymore, you're not. How much of that? Okay, a wee touch of inflation. But I'm not afraid of that, I'd rather get the money. Might as well break you up with everyone. I could release a nation, but why would I do that? Cleves and Munster, huh? Munster have a fair few cores. I doubt I'd be able to diplo-vassalize them, but at least I'd have somebody on my side here. You know, I kind of like that idea. It doesn't cost much to do it out of you, so I will tell you to release Munster. And like I said, at the very least they will like me for it. So there we go, that'll be our peace with Nassau. It was never good back in the days when releasing somebody forced a guarantee upon them. And we'll get this with you. We'll not spark a coalition, or at least not one we care about. Taking the money, taking humiliation, war reparations. Remember unlawful territory, Jake. Aye. But if I go straight to war, I can't remember if you get unlawful territory when you're at war. Difficult to remember all these things. Okay, so only Saxony is going to get involved, but Holland will save me here. I should probably go to war before taking that stuff there. So let's do this, Holland. Let's win. I want Limburg returned to my grateful vassal. Is there any reason not to do this? Probably, but we're doing it anyway. And There we go. Holland did not get involved. There we go. Phew. That would have been scary if they didn't. So I think I'll wait here as backup whilst Liège sieges this bad boy up. And then I'm going to take my prize. That should do us just fine. Yes, Jake, you will get unlawful territory. Oh well, Austria is just going to have to deal with that. Well, I guess it's me that has to deal with that. Nice and quick to core, it is Burgundian, and it's been improved 5 times, so it is a really nice prize. Nice of them to bring in the cannons. I'd love to throw an extra one, but it wouldn't make any difference. I'm just here for moral support. Could probably seize military access nearby and occupy some provinces here. I mean, yeah, actually, why think about it when you can just do it? I'm sure he's too busy to make a counterattack here. Well, he does have a lot of troops, sire, but he's also at war with another nation. I also want to make sure that people are not attaching to my units. That is good. This is good as well. Wonderful. Ah, yes, Osnabrück has the connection there. We'll just probably join up with you so we actually have a half decent defense going. Hurts me a bit on attrition, but really, I have more manpower than I know what to do with. And that fort is falling nice and fast. Aggressive expansion is still frightfully high, but the thing is, this is a war of reconquest. Oh, I should make sure Liège really love me. At the conclusion of this, I might get a burst of liberty desire. Probably not, but... Yes, please. Whenever you get an option to buy monarch points, it's usually a good idea to do so. Okay, this isn't so hot, but I'm fairly certain my troops are going to be a-okay here. I want to just go and trash them. I really want to just go and trash them. It's risky, because if he catches me unaware here, then, well, it's just bad news for me. But an opportunity to stack wipe 5,000 in this early stage in the game is powerful enough for me to take. So I shall take your bait, good sir. Good fight, and good... Nah, almost. Almost isn't good enough. There's no Nobel Prizes for attempted science, but we made it. And grabbing that is going to be a paltry 4 aggressive expansion. I can kick that off in a couple of years. Jake, do you love money? If so, dismantle the fort in Barrois. I forgot there was even a fort here. It could be useful though. Probably not useful enough to necessitate its existence though, because it's covered enough by the fort in Rethel. The fort which I probably shouldn't be paying for, but I am anyway. The Burgundians still want to rise up here, but I doubt they will. Protestantism is entrenched, as tells the Papal State. We're feeling pretty good about it though. Hopefully it is the most lackluster Protestant Reformation there ever has been. So here we go. I have occupied this, but I am going to give it to Holland at the end. Don't let me forget, because it seems like the kind of thing I would forget. I want Holland to get a nice chunk of favour with me, or me with them, however you want to see it. Saxony really want a slapping. Be happy to give it to them, mind. I could get what I want already. They're doing alright in the power projection. I should probably embargo my enemies. I mean, I've got the free diplomats to do so. Who are my enemies? Burgundy, Cologne, Lorraine. Burgundy, Cologne, Law. Okay, there's a truce. There's also a truce there. Something I love to forget. Jake, what do you think could be done to forts to make them more valuable? It seems like yourself and a few other streams I watch always just delete all the forts all the time. Seems like a cool idea with bad implementation. Well, we delete them because we tend to think that we're powerful enough to do without them, but forts are very powerful. They don't need to be made more so. Okay, hopefully they're not coming to attack me. They are not. What are they doing, though? Well, I'll tell you what they're doing. They're getting wiped. Get out of my face. Utter scum. There we go. I could have these guys come and fight me, but really why bother? I can grab what I want, including the money. Oh, that's right, I wanted to give this province to Holland, which will not give me aggressive expansion. Also, I have to wait a bit more anyway, so I might as well enjoy the fight here. We're sitting back in woods, they'll get a river crossing penalty, and I will laugh, especially when our reinforcements arrive and utterly annihilate the Colognes. Cologne, I love you, you're a beautiful city, but you were not to be. Destroy them. All of them. Jeez, my guys don't even know what they're fighting there. Well, might as well spread out and destroy. Loving this 5-shock general. That 5 on my dice was a true blessing. So by giving this to Holland, I gain a staggering 8 favours. I pretty much make it all back. I also want to see if there's any other land they're interested in. I could give them Cleves, and I probably will. I have no real reason to take it, and a strong Holland. I need a strong friend, is what I'm getting at. I mean, why wouldn't I do that? Okay, they don't want it. It's of strategic utility to them, but they don't want it. Stranger things have happened. Jake, wait for the core to finish before ending the war. A good catch. I will. So, that's looking good. We'll rush back to Munster, give it a bit of a loot as we go. The process of looting is something I find kind of interesting in this time period. And the length that this siege is taking is another thing I find quite interesting. Oh, we'll just enjoy some looting. Limburg is beyond redemption. Okay, after getting their arse kicked thoroughly by France multiple times, the leader of Austria have decided to go the more diplomatic route. Oh, no, that's not the one we're looking for. Let's improve some relations with them. I really want French Comté, but the coalition it would spark would be tremendously bad for me. I could fight wars just to get Holland more land, but is all I can think in regards to that. Shame that people don't want to be my vassal, diplomatically at least. I'm sure they want to be conquered. So Milan and Ferrara is who you're now attacking, because Chings, you're quite the asshole, France. Okay, so it's a Savoyard conquest of Milan. I think getting down into Italy is going to be troublesome. Getting anywhere is proving awfully troublesome, and all my expansion has to be done inside the HRE. It ain't easy being me. So that's looking good, we won't have to worry about... I think we'll just maintain you for now. You don't have to worry about too much here. I'd love to humiliate them as well, but... I think grabbing the money over time is for the better here. Then again, this seems to be going awfully well. You seem a little beaten and bloody, but it would be a bit of a wait, and I don't want to hold on to Holland at war for too long. We'll go with that. Getting 8 favours is lovely. Liège will get a favour for the no good that'll do me, and I don't really care about your feelings towards them. And you've proven just how easy you are to crush anyway, so I have no problems letting you keep your land. We'll do it. Okay, sure. You do that. There was probably an ongoing battle that popped up, which always beefs up their war desire. But putting their capital under siege will promptly crush any insubordination that they had. There we go. Heck, it'll even help us out a bit. We can demand a couple extra pennies for the coffers. Jake, can't you just join the HRE? I am in the HRE. Much as I don't truly want to be. So there we go. I have enough favours with Holland to call them into any other war that I see fit. I'd love it to be Flanders, but I have to push through Burgundy. I've got to get out of this HRE trap that I'm in. And whilst I would like it to be Savoy that I push through... Well, no, I should go for Savoy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but France get missions on Savoy. Please do correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm sure I've seen it before. Maybe it's Genoa I'm thinking of, and I'm certain France get a mission to annex Savoy. Oh well. Whichever way you look at it. I didn't wait long enough. People have 50 aggressive expansion with me. Here comes that coalition, unless I am particularly lucky. I gotta hold out like 3 months and not get a coalition. That was poor timing of me. But hey, I did roll that 5 on my dice, right? That means we're gonna get at most 5 people coalitioning me. And they would never think to strike the might of Nevers. Jake, annex Liège. I'm not touching anything until that aggressive expansion below 50. Sweat drop. Easy does it. Easy does it. Ah, there we go. Safe. Yeah, we're looking alright on that front then. Okay, Liège, time to get inside me. We'll increase their relations just a touch more. They're still a bit gritty about the whole they force vassalized us, but that dwindles away in time. And we'll finally have a bit of power on our side. Phew. And there we go. Now we have 2 provinces gained. Barrois and Bourgogne. Shame about the whole revolt risk. I'm sure we can prance in there and put an end to that. I'm only too happy for France to be a swell ally of mine. I could do with more allies. Munster is a potential one. They have quite a few cores to reclaim. But I don't want to cut off Holland too much. Holland are going to war on their own against Friesland. Dutch conquest of Utrecht. It's kind of nice. I wish I could have helped you out, buddy, but he clearly doesn't think I'm fit for the bill. Jake, can you diplo-vassalize anyone? I wish I could diplo-vassalize Munster here, but no. Economic base tax is too much of a discrepancy. Man, Burgundy, I really want French Comte. Why you gotta be such a pain in the rear? Where do I even go from here? It's tricky, isn't it? Oh, that's extremely well timed. Let that war exhaustion tick away and there won't be any more unrest here. That'll get rid of the Burgundian separatists, and then I can go to pacify the Barrois separatists. More Barrois. What would happen with the luck when DDR Jake and Lucky 1X would tag team? Why is it called tag team? Tag team I could get, but why the C? I do not understand. Also, I'd be terrified of being shown up by Lucky 1X. He already destroyed the time that I set for ActRaiser. God knows what he would do to my Europa Universalis prowess. I am very tempted to ally Munster. I'm only 3 out of 4 here, so yeah, that's what I'll do.